Hey everyone, how are ya? Hopefully you guys are having a fabulous day so far. It is Saturday and it is super hot here. So I'm going to make some ice cream and we're going to do some pork tenderloin and some strawberries to kind of get dinner started. So I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to share this so everybody can come in and watch, and then we will kind of get rolling. Oops, sorry. All right, you're not here, David. We did not want to be on camera. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was hilarious. All right, now it take me a minute. See my dirty dishes. Hey, you didn't get that quick cooker out yet. That's right, you can in a minute. Or you can take them over there and... I'll get it for you. Thank you. You're my...
It's not easy to hold that and the camera.
It's true. I totally agree with you. I'm going to put my apron on so I don't get myself dirty. And I really like this apron too. Alright, so we hit the pool for a little while. David got to have some fun and do a car wash today for show choir. So any of you Alabama peeps, quite a few Saturdays this summer, they are doing car washes, so you can go and get your car washed by lovely young children or young adults like David. So, all right, quick cooker.
I just sit on the road and scream like I'm crazy.
Yeah, so a lot of people will just know my son is the one who screams like a crazy person. What do you think about that? All right. This way. I don't have my juices leaking all over. So these kitchen shears are actually dishwasher safe. So when you do things like cut meat.
Kristen Duncan is watching.
Huh?
Kristen Duncan.
Oh good. She's hosting a party next week for me. And we're super excited. Lots of goodies. Alright. So I'm going to use our carnitas slow cooker seasoning. Add a little bit of some flavor and spice. Okay, perfect, beautiful. And wash my hands. All right, so now when I do this, I need to make sure I don't have
Kristen Duncan said, "Hey girl, miss your sweet face."
Ah, she's so sweet. I'm excited. She'll be tired of me come next week. So.
She said, "Can't wait to party."
We're big partiers. All right, so I thought I had enchilada sauce, but I don't. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use some green chilies, and I'm going to find my salsa, and we're gonna put some salsa in. I mean, it's a win-win, right? So that means I get to use my can opener. Because I love hatch green chilies. When we lived in New Mexico, they would roast them and it would smell amazing. And those fresh roasted green chilies are pretty much awesome. One of those things that we did like about being in New Mexico. All right, so I just sat and did it and talked about New Mexico. So, smooth edge can opener. Both sides are smooth. Comes off super easy peasy, so that way your kids can help you. You don't have to worry about that. Plus, you don't have to worry about the lids falling in and spreading bacteria because the cans can actually, the lids can actually introduce bacteria, and we don't want to have to do that. All right, and you see how precise I was with measurements. Tossed it in there, and then I'm going to leave that on. So this is going to be delicious. And I'm going to beef and pork. I'm going to leave it on as the time, and it's going to start going. And now, let's get our ice cream. I'm going to go get my ice cream bowl. Dude, I know you're putting film. You just gave yourself away.
Dang it.
Got a lot of stuff in there. Go fix my freezer. I'll hold it for a minute. You go fix my freezer.
Let me fix the filter.
Come here. You're a horrible, horrible child.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, turn it off. Okay?
It just gave you the funniest face.
You know, your dad is probably sitting there watching as...
Did you?
Stop it.
Alright, no more, son.
Okay.
Alright.
They put the laughy face emojis. I think they're liking it.
No, they're like... Anybody who doesn't have a teenager yet, like, oh my god, I don't want a teenager.
Yep, they just sent a bunch of laughing face emojis in chat. So I think they're enjoying it.
Hey, dude, let's not make this about you.
Okay, so I'm going to start this, and I'm actually going to do 25 minutes by the time. Alright, so power and then timer. It is really thick, so...
She said, I love your son.
Yeah, just wait till he gets sassy. Jeez. Teenagers, I'll tell you. Okay, so we played a game before I did this, so it started freezing some, so it's definitely super cold. When you make ice cream, you want to make sure the batter is nice and cold because it mixes up easy. And it thickens up faster. The churning helps to introduce air into the ice cream. Pardon, like I said, we have ice chunks. I'm glad we have the spout, but when you have...
Just over the counter is the dog.
I know. Okay. So, you want it nice and cold. Sorry, I had to concentrate.
She said, what is that little machine?
This is my ice cream maker. So we're doing a caramel. I use caramel extract for the ice cream. And so what I do is I do, whipping up my mess. I do 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, or you can do 2 cups. And then 2 cups of milk. You can do regular milk, whatever you want. But you want 3 cups total. So you figure out the ratio you want. The higher the fat content, the creamier the ice cream will be.
Haley Staken is watching.
More, ice. So just know that when you're making ice cream. Sugar, I use regular sugar in it because it's a ½ cup for the whole thing. It's not a huge amount of added sugar. And it helps to have it freeze to where it stays softer because those particles don't freeze as solid. So that's what I do. So you want it cold, and then I just do a teaspoon of whatever extract. Sometimes it's vanilla extract, sometimes I do coffee extract if I'm making chocolate. You make the decision on the flavors that you want. And I always use my stainless bowls because then I pop them into the freezer for like 20 minutes generally to just get it real cold, and the bowls help it to get colder faster. And then these, of course, why not? Okay?
Mom,
so,
Haley Staken is watching.
Good, hey Haley. And then I use my largest leak-proof glass container to store it. So, oh, and I forgot a bowl for this. Alright. What am I doing here?
Strawberries.
I know.
Are we going to put honey on them? She said, LOL, hey Sarah.
Okay. So, when you're using the quick slice, and David, see if you can get where you can see how wide and the blades actually are.
I can get it. I got it.
Okay. So they're pretty durable, and they're cut in a V, so it makes it to where it doesn't squish the food. It makes it easier. All right, so I'm just going to do 1 container of strawberries, I think. I do have 2 to be able to make. They're only 99 cents at Aldi right now.
Haley said, I just got the quick slice. Just cut up strawberries today.
Heck yeah. This is actually my thing that I use the quick slice for the most is strawberries. The egg slicer was always a thing that you could, but you can't put multiple in at once, and the wire sometimes bends, so you want to keep it for softer things like a soft, fully ripe kiwi, olives.
She asked, what are
eggs.
you using to cut the leaves? Like pull them off.
Yeah, sorry. This is our cord more, so it'll do melon balls, but this will also take out like bad spots on the potatoes, tomatoes, taking out the core of the tomatoes, coring my strawberries, all that type of stuff. All right, so just quick, because then this way you're not cutting off half the top of the strawberry, right? It's so much easier. All right. And it's dishwasher safe, of course. And then I'm using my batter bowl. I just grabbed my old style one, but
Haley said, oh man, that's what I should have gotten.
well, you know what? It's a cheap little add-on tool, so
She should get it at Kristen's party coming up.
Haley and Kristen aren't actually connected other than, through me, but she can order anytime. Anybody can order anytime they want something.
David, I love it though.
That was good enthusiasm.
Yeah, I love it, man.
All right, you know what? We'll just go ahead and cut up the
One step ahead.
strawberries. Yeah, so, but no, this is the Corn More. It's a cheap little add-on tool. It's a multi-purpose tool, and you guys know that I like things that are multi-purpose. This morning, I made eggs and hash browns for me and Dave, and it was nice because I used my double burner griddle and had the hash browns on one side and the eggs on the other, and it was perfect, you guys. I didn't have to dirty multiple dishes, and it was super easy to be able to do, and so I love being able to do things where you're using less tools, less, pots and pans, stuff like that, where it ends up saving you time and effort in the long term because you're not having to do a whole bunch of extra steps for things. So, and that's why I love the quick slice for slicing strawberries. When I do apples and I make apple pie or apple crisp, using my apple peel or core slicer, that takes minutes instead of hours to have my stuff all prepped,
Kristen said she knew she liked me, sassy or not.
So, her daughter hasn't gotten to the teen years yet. She's in the still really cute phase.
It's not that bad. Oh, I'm not that bad.
No, you're not that bad. I know.
I just sit up in the gym for hours
Well,
and work out.
not really, but
Before bed.
sometimes, yes. You guys just decide you have a mind of your own. Heaven forbid.
Yeah.
So,
This smells good.
oh, it's the pork. It's already smelling. Dave's already saying it's smelling good. And it's not even all the way up to pressure yet. Now, it takes longer to come up to pressure when there's less food in there. So, especially if it's a higher pressure. Because, there's more space for the air to fill. So, but cooking under pressure does cook the food faster. It helps to keep it more tender. And it helps keep those nutrients in because they're not being leached out because you're boiling them or anything like that. And they're not being lost in the air. Stuff like that. So that is the beautiful thing about using the pressure cooker. So I do love our quick cooker, and I do love making cheesecake in the quick cooker. That's probably one of the things that I actually love making in it the most. So, alright, look, you guys, 2 pounds of strawberries while I'm sitting here talking to you. Beautifully sliced, practically perfectly sliced, really. And I always just end up hand washing this because it's just so easy to wash. I throw it in there, and it's easy peasy. But once again, so many things are either easy to clean up or easy to use, or have multiple purposes to where you're saving space, time, and effort. And that's always what we want to be able to do. So
You should show everybody what you put on the strawberries.
well, I am. I'm finishing them up right now. Alright. And of course, I prefer local honey. And I always end up using, than regular sugar, I use less honey. So, and it's a little bit better for you. I just put a little bit of honey, probably about a tablespoon's worth, and mix it up and coats the strawberries beautifully, and it just adds such a wonderful flavor and sweetness. And honey is actually not bad for you. It has, especially when you use local honey, because local bees pollinate those local flowers that may be allergens. They actually can help your allergies. So it's a good thing to have on hand. All right, so we're gonna let those sit until dinner's ready. And why don't you show them how beautiful the ice cream is looking? And it's only 10 minutes in because it's so cold. Right? So, the ice cream's about done. The quick cooker is now all the way up to pressure. So we're just going to wait 35 minutes and it'll be totally done. With the pork tenderloin, you can totally microwave it too. I haven't been doing it as much, but the deep covered baker is perfect to microwave a pork tenderloin. It takes about 10 to 12 minutes depending on how big they are. But it doesn't always fall apart this way. It's pressure and I can do the flavors easier. When I'm doing a pork tenderloin that just has a rub on it that I'm slicing, that is beautiful for doing in the microwave. You can do it with the pulled pork. I've done it plenty of times. But with the quick cooker, it just definitely adds an added dimension for flavor. But you don't have the quick cooker, get the deep covered baker. That makes wonderful casseroles. It goes in the oven, goes in the microwave, anything like that. So if any of you guys have any questions, let me know. Sometimes I get sidetracked and I'm like, oh, I didn't, talk about this tool that was in my hand, because I'm talking about so many other things. So hopefully you guys have a super Saturday, and I would love to hear what you guys are doing on, I know us Alabama people, it's hot, friggin' hot. I'm over that. So, hear what you guys are doing today on a nice summer day. For any of you others, tell me what you're doing anyways. Love to hear it. Hopefully some of you guys are getting some warm weather. All right, guys. We'll see you soon.